If you're getting back from a long, slow run, especially if you've been upping the mileage to run further than you've ever run before, chances are you might be feeling a little bit sore. I'm Anna, and today on the Running Channel, I'm going to go through some of our favourite hacks of how to recover post-long run. Now, if you're new around here, we upload 3 videos every week, so make sure you hit the subscribe button to get notified when we do. Stretching after a long run is so important. It can help you avoid those aches and pains that you tend to feel afterwards by stretching your muscles out and giving yourself a bit more flexibility. Now, stretching really helps the blood flow around your muscles. It can also make you less prone to injury as well. So make sure when you come back from your long run that you don't just come in and have a seat, because you'll probably not get back up for a while. Give yourself time to stretch and really loosen those muscles. Check out our video for some top stretches that you can try yourself. And as well as stretching, you can also do some foam rolling to really work those muscles. Now, there's been some research on which way round you should do this: stretch first or roll first. So a study in the Journal for Sport Rehabilitation found a better range of motion in the hips for people who use the foam roller on their hamstrings first and then stretch, compared to just stretching alone. And this is all to do with the fascia. So that's the connective tissue in our muscles which binds and separates the muscles. And by foam rolling it, it separates it out and better facilitates your stretching. If you've been out for a long run, you need to rehydrate really within the first 10 to 15 minutes of getting back. Even if it wasn't a particularly warm run, you still need to replace fluids that you will have lost through sweating. And it goes without saying that if it's the height of summer and a really warm run, that you'll need to replace even more fluids then as well. So a way to replace sodium that you lose in your sweat is by using electrolytes. So we've got some tablet forms here, or you can get them in the form of sports drinks or powders. So with these ones, you just pop them in your water and then drink them like you would your normal water, but that will help replace any sodium lost through sweating. Also, don't forget to rehydrate throughout the day, not just when you get back from your run. Now, if you're anything like me, then eating might be the last thing on your mind when you come back from a long run. Just really don't fancy it most of the time. But for a lot of people, it's the first thing because they're super hungry from all of the energy burned during running. Whichever it is, refueling is really important for your recovery. Now, the experts recommend that you have a good balance of carbohydrates and protein with whatever you choose to eat when you get back from a long run. A ratio of around 3:1 or 4:1 carbohydrates to protein is optimal. And they also say you should try and eat within about 30 minutes of finishing, sooner if you can. So some examples of good stuff that you can eat when you get back from a long run include bagels with peanut butter, maybe some Greek yogurt and berries. My favourite is a chocolate milkshake. That's got a good mix of protein and carbohydrates in it. It's really easy to drink down as well. So that's what I like to have when I get back from a long run. Marathon runner for the GB squad, Ali Dixon, well, she tells me her favourite recovery stuff is malt loaf. Epsom salts dissolve into magnesium and sulfates in warm water. Now, magnesium is beneficial to the body in a number of ways, including helping muscle control and boosting your mood. Exercise and stress can deplete your body of magnesium, so sitting in an Epsom salt bath for 20 minutes will help you get more on board. Now, it's really important to note here that the science doesn't necessarily back up the claims that Epsom salt baths can help you with your tired muscles, but there's no denying that sitting in a warm bath for 20 minutes will help your recovery more than if you didn't do it at all. Also, there's some great benefits to sitting in a bath for 20 minutes anyway. It gives you some me time, which can do wonders for your mental health. And also, if it's been a particularly cold day, it can help get your core temperature back up too. Compression gear was traditionally sold to help improve circulation for conditions like arthritis and diabetes, but these days it's had a bit of a makeover and is now incredibly popular among the running community. There continues to be a debate about whether compression gear actually is beneficial to athletes, with skeptics saying it's more of a placebo effect. But a study in the Journal for Strength and Conditioning found that people who'd run a marathon and then wore compression socks for the 48 hours afterwards actually performed better on a treadmill test 2 weeks later on. So compression gear can come in a number of shapes and sizes. You can get compression leggings, you can get compression calf socks, or you can get compression socks. All of them are quite a snug fit, and that's what makes them the compression type. It's the material that they're made out of that makes them the compression gear. Lying down with your back on the floor and your legs at a 90-degree angle is reportedly a great way to help your legs recover after a long run too. So the idea behind it is that it's an old yoga pose, and because your legs are warmed up and your veins are dilated, it helps circulation to the rest of your body and stops fluids pooling in your legs like lactic acid. You don't have to do it for long, 15 minutes is absolutely fine. And also you might find that it's a bit tricky for you to get your legs up at a 90-degree angle if your hamstrings are tight. So if you can't quite manage the whole way, just do it as far as you can and try and scoot your bum towards the wall or against a tree as much as you can. Sleep is so important for recovery. After strenuous exercise, the body starts to repair itself when you sleep. So adults should get between 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. And elite athletes, so they can sleep for between 8 and 10 hours. They make sure that they dedicate plenty of time to sleeping because of just how important it is to your recovery. When you get back from a long run, you might feel more tired than usual. I normally grab a cat nap in the afternoon because I do feel quite sleepy and worn out. So anything up to about 30 minutes is recommended for a nap. Anything more than that and you might struggle to get back off to sleep later on that evening. So hopefully there are plenty of tips here to help you with your recovery post long run. The important thing to note is that not everything will work for everyone, so just try them out and see what works for you. Leave us a comment below, let us know what your favourite recovery tips are, and we'll see you next time on the Running Channel.